Hey yo, welcome back. It's Ty Ty. You see that new sign, bro? Ooh, that thing's sweet. I did make a video last week on the Soul Factor. I was waiting that to come in the mail. Granted, it came from China in like a week and a half. Custom made. Me and my girl made that sign on Canva, and I'm super ecstatic with how it came out. I just love looking at that thing. Like, oh, it's so dope. Had to run the cloud down the wall a little bit, but I absolutely love it. It's just a nice little cherry on top for the studio. But what we got going on today, I want to show you guys how to automate. Really elevate and take your mixes to the next level, put some secret sauce on it, and just kind of make it your own and pull it all in together just like that. But let's go ahead and hop in. The song I'm showing this week is from a buddy that I actually met through doing the tutorials, A1. He's in Alabama, and we got a song coming out together. And this thing gonna be hard. So I'm gonna give you a little taste, and then we're gonna go ahead and hop in and do some automation. So I ain't gonna show you his part, because that will leave that a secret. But here's my verse.
Get caught, we gon' remain the same. If time is money, then money is time. We gon' pay the fine, baby. We gon' skip the line, baby. VIP the fine, baby. Hop in that digital dash. Give me top on crash. Said she fuck with a slime. Came out the block, got pride. Is you gon' love me if the bread gone? You just chasing the clock, baby, dead wrong. If he had bands on his head, it'd have been gone. Hop in that bitch on a 50. Drip on my bitch, rockin' CC. Like, bitch, you.
So that thing vibing. But yeah, it's not fully done mixed yet. But let's go ahead and just get a little automation going. So you can do this with any type of plugin. So first, we'll go ahead and just, you got your sends over here. Reverb. Let's go ahead and just automate a little bit of reverb here. So what you want to do is pull up your send, set it to latch, and then you just kind of, you can surf it and just kind of boost it in certain areas. Now typically this isn't my template, and I could go ahead and just add another long verb, but I'm gonna go ahead and mess with what I got here. But let's go ahead and I'll just kind of spice it up in certain areas. Now one thing too, you can pull this up here and then hit that little square there in the corner. Go ahead and go down to your reverb or whatever send you're wanting to run it on. And then this will show you your automation in the process. So I'll just kind of bounce around a little bit so you can see it here, and then we'll actually go ahead and hop in and try to throw it on some spots where it would be.
Get caught, we gon' remain the same. If time is money, then money is time. We gon' pay the fine, baby. We gon' skip the line, baby. VIP the fine, baby. Hop in that digital.
So you see that thing just kind of bouncing around there. But let's go ahead and get serious with it and see if I can maybe throw it in some of these pockets up here where I was doing some punches. Let's see.
Is you gon' love me if the bread gone? You just chasing the clock, baby, dead wrong. If he had bands on his head, it'd have been gone. Hop in that bitch on a 50. Drip on my bitch, rockin' CC. Like, bitch, you Gucci. I got an LLC and my brother GD. I let her.
See, hear how that's just kind of splashing there on the end? Let me solo this. Now, granted, these wouldn't be no good here in the middle because they're on a separate track. So you would have to do that individually down here. But let's go ahead and see.
Is you gonna love me if the bread gone? You just chasing the cloud, baby, dead wrong.
Hear how that's just kind of splashing up a little bit? Just try to accentuate it a
little bit. Is you gonna love me if the bread gone? You just chasing the cloud, baby, dead wrong. Is you gonna love me if the bread gone? You just chasing the cloud, baby, dead wrong.
So that was like accentuated just a little too much personally, just to kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. But I'm not gonna make any final decisions at the moment. This is all just kind of example based. And same thing with your delay. Kind of want to do some delay throws and things like that. There's multiple ways to do it. But this is kind of a cool way just to kind of feel like you actually have like a console. You bounce around on the slider. Now I've actually been looking for a console controller where I can automate and actually be able to do that stuff hands-on. I think it would be really cool. But let's go ahead and do a couple delay throws.
Is you gonna love me with the bread gone? You just chasing the cloud, baby, dead wrong. Is you gonna love me with the bread gone? You just chasing the cloud, baby, dead wrong. We had bands on his head, it done been gone. Hoppin' that bitch on the 50, drippin' my bitch rockin' CC. Like,
so I like the way it would sound.
Said she could fuck with a slime. Came out the block, got pride. Is you gonna love me with the bread gone? You just chasing the cloud, baby, dead wrong. We had bands on his head, it done been gone. Hoppin' that bitch on the 50, drippin' my bitch rockin'.
So, you know, it's just kind of bringing that vibe in there. And it's just a nice way to put that little cherry on top. Same as the Sign does for the studio. You know, it'll really bring your mix into its own. Now, granted, it's not going to show for just anything that you're doing. Let's see here. So you do have to go over and switch out depending on which one you're running. So boom, 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 boom. Or, you know, if you want them all up, you can go in and bring them up this way. And then you kind of have them all right in there. But it's one way of doing it. Now, another thing, too, this is one I like to do a lot. This isn't something I don't think I would necessarily do on one of these on this specific song. But, so let's go ahead and see here. Pull up now you can do this with an EQ, but I like it on this plugin. I like the way it sounds, the one knob filter, but you can do it on an EQ. It's just a high pass, and basically you're just pulling it down. So what you want to go ahead and do is pull up your plugin, click the little box there. Let's go master. Actually, you can add whatever. So if you add master bypass, you're going to be able to go in and I'll pull that up. Show you a couple things here. Okay, so we'll go to master bypass. So right here, it is on. When it's down, it's on. Let's see. And then you're turning it off. See, it goes from on to bypass. Just as simple as that. But I do want to leave it on the whole time at the moment. You would want to make sure that you do the master bypass on a plugin like this, because just listen real quick. So I'm not doing anything on it yet, but it brings a different sound to it. Is you gonna love me with the bread gone? You just chasing the cloud, baby, dead wrong. We have bands on his. So you got to be careful with it, and make sure you do have that master bypass on or off, depending on where you're wanting it to be, because it does create kind of a sizzly, just like a different sound that you may not want to color your vocals with, because you've already put in the work and the effort to get it to sound the way you want it to. That's just going to taint it. But with that being said, then you go over here to the same as you would on your send, but then switch it to latch. And you can do some cool stuff with this. Give me top on crash room. Say she fuck with a slime. Came out the block, got pride. Is you gonna love me with the bread gone? You just chasing the cloud, baby, dead wrong. We had bands on his head, it done been gone. Hoppin' that bitch on the 50, drippin' my bitch rockin' CC. So, it sounds kind of cool, but then this is also a thing you can do too. My buddy Eddie showed me this. I didn't realize that you could just almost like turn it into like a wah-wah. Give me top on crash. Is you gonna love me with the bread gone? You just chasing. So that's something you could do on like background vocals and things like that. Just to kind of add some spice, some uniqueness. That's some things that maybe you would hear in like some EDM type stuff. You know, it's really endless. Like, you could do this on any plugin you want. So you can also actually go ahead and throw it up here on the beat and do kind of the same thing. A lot of times people, if you hear somebody say the Drake effect, they're talking about putting it underwater. So, you know, like say this little section here, we'll just pick something random. Let me switch this over real quick to latch. Give me top on crash room. Say she fuck with a slime. Came out the block, yeah. Let me mute the vocals real quick so you can hear this. See what I mean? Like, so say you got a spot where you really want the vocals to kind of stand out and have a little more just power over everything. It's a great way to do it, and it creates a cool little vibe. I'm a big fan, if you can't tell by now, of just Southern hip hop and trap in general, and that's definitely a common thing in this genre of hip hop. But let's see here. Okay, so let's say automation with panning. I'm gonna do this on the lead, just because I don't want to mess up where I've already kind of gotten my my background vocals. So with panning, boom. So obviously you got it in the middle. So say you highlight. Let me adjust this here. So say you highlight a section right here, and you want it to be to the right. Go ahead, boom, pull it down. Or, vice versa, you want it to go to the left. But what you basically got to do here is just kind of hover until the mouse turns to that little block or whatever. I don't know what that thing is called. But you don't have to go to 100%. You can get whatever range you want here. And this really comes into play with background vocals. You can use things like auto pan and things like that, but this is going to give you a lot of control. So kind of what I've been doing on certain songs is running multiple layers of like ad-libs, and I'll have certain ones in the middle, and then I'll have certain ones where I'm throwing it left, I'm throwing it right. And another thing you can do here too, so say you got these two dots, right? You can go ahead and have it feel like it's, if I can click the right one here. Come on. Boom. Throw that there. Make sure I'm keeping this one in the middle. So what this will feel like is it's from coming out to in.
If time is money, then money is time. We don't.
Or you can go the opposite and have it feel like it's coming out.
If time is money, then money is time. We don't.
See how that feels like it's just won't. Now, if you were running like background vocals, you're going to do that opposite way. So it's going from the middle to hard left and hard right. And then it just feels like it pulls everything away from you. Same as with it coming in. You want to make sure you have 2 stacks and then just pan them the opposite way. But it's a cool little method there. So say you wanted to do it on a flanger. You go ahead and do the same thing. And I think for this, I'm just going to do on the feedback. So let's see.
If time is money, then money is time. We don't pay the fine, baby. We don't skip the line, baby. VIP looking fine, baby. Hopping in.
All right, so I'm not going to beat a dead horse and just keep doing this on different plugins. But it is something that you can just get really, really creative with, and really just take your mixes to the absolute next level and really put your own signature stamp on it, signature sound, and just get creative with it. That's the point of it to me. So yeah, don't limit yourself. Get a little crazy sometimes and just kind of see what you can come up with. Maybe stack a couple different plugins together, run that as a send to get like this cool weird sound, and see what you can get out of it. But as always, this is Ty Ty bringing you radio quality music from home. I appreciate every single one of y'all just support me in my journey on this. The videos just keep getting more and more plays. I keep getting more subscribers every month, every week, every day. And hope y'all like the new sign, because it is here to stay. But I'm going to catch you next week. Peace.